You're watching CES Live, powered by Ustream.tv, the most powerful way to stream live video. And by UTech, makers of the TriCaster family of broadcast and streaming systems. And now, CES Live.
Hey gang, welcome back to our continuing coverage of CES 2015. I'm John P.
And I'm Georgia.
And we have all kinds of more goodies coming up for the rest of the show. We've got giveaways for you guys if you head over to geekbeat.tv/giveaways. And we have another special guest actually here on behalf of Olympus. We've got Richard, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me today.
So we've got, you've got a particular toy in your hand. Tell us about
Yes.
the gadget, the new camera you brought with you.
Well, this is our OMD EM1. It's the flagship of our OMD product family, which actually has 3 members currently. We've got an entry level EM10, EM5, and this guy, the EM1, the flagship. It's very, very capable product, ready to go anywhere. And as you can see, it's a it's not only a capable camera, it's very, very portable.
Compact.
And the entire
Yeah,
system
small.
is portable. Yes.
So let's tell people a little bit about it, about the range, just for those. Ken over here, our engineer, is a huge Olympus fan. I mean, he loves shooting your stuff. But let's give people a little update on them. So, why choose any of the units in the range here?
Sure. The OMD family actually they're mirrorless products. So you can see the body is a lot thinner. It doesn't have a reflex mirror in here that adds, a good inch or so of depth to the body of the camera. So it's extremely light, extremely portable compared to some of the older reflex legacy designs. It's about, it can be sometimes half the weight of an SLR reflex camera, and as you can see, it's about maybe 30% smaller in terms of volume. So, the old saying goes, the best camera you have is, the one you got with you, right? Yeah. So I got this guy set up today with our 12 to 40 Pro lens. This was our first lens in the Pro lineup. This is gives us an equivalent focal length of 24 to 80 millimeter. So it's a real nice angle of view, nice focal length, all around lens, from wide angle to, getting a nice portrait with about an 80 millimeter equivalent focal length. It is a fixed aperture lens. It's an f2.8, so it's throughout the entire zoom range. It's
and what size sensor do we have in this body?
This is a 4/3 sensor.
Okay.
Now, the lens mount, it's a micro 4/3 lens mount, but the sensor is in fact 4/3 size. So it's about roughly half the size of a 35 millimeter film imager size. And that's how we can get the really nice portability into this product and into this system.
Cool. Now, what's the relative price point? Let's say if somebody was interested in this particular body and with that lens, because that's a sexy lens.
It is. It's all metal construction. It is weatherproof and dustproof and freeze-proof as the camera body is. Yeah. So it complements that attribute of the body, and you can take it anywhere. So you can take this snowboarding, skiing. I mean, literally, you can go out in the pouring rain. It's not waterproof. It's not submersible, of course. But it really has that durability. And when I say dustproof as well, because everything is not only sealed on the camera and the body, but within here we've got our supersonic wave filter integrated in with the image stabilization unit. And that, when you turn the camera on, it automatically vibrates
Shakes it off.
30 hertz, or 30,000 times a second, very powerfully to make sure. I mean, it's an interchangeable lens camera, so you want to be able to change lenses
you don't
on
do
the
the horrible things I do, which is like,
please don't do that. Don't do it. Yeah, but the last thing you want is to be sitting there taking beautiful shots all day, and then you've got that stupid dot in every one of them that you've got to go clean up, if you can.
I've heard a lot of horror stories about that, because when you're chimping on the back of the camera and looking at all those beautiful photos you've taken, you're not going to see that stuff.
No, you can't. It's just too small of a screen.
You're going to make a printer. You're going to start looking at it, and you're like,
this is my favorite photo.
Put it in your new 5K iMac thing, and then you're like, oh God.
No.
Anyway, okay. So the price point on this one?
The body is $12.99, and this lens on here that I've got on here right now is $9.99.
Okay, so under $2,500 for the whole thing.
Yes.
Now we talked a little bit about that particular unit, and I believe you've got some other functionality built in that we've not touched on yet. We talk about getting pictures into it, but how about getting pictures out of it?
Very good question, because connectivity is really the big thing today. You know, you've got connectivity, with smart devices, but you don't have the image quality. And while we know that people, a lot of young people are, moving to smart devices to take photographs with, a lot of them are going to become passionate about photography, and they're going to max out with those devices. So they're going to look for a true photographic tool. However, they want to be able to share that.
That's right.
Whether it's a still or a video. And this camera, of course, does have built-in Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is great. Okay, so you can connect to a smartphone, you can connect to a tablet. But we've also got an app called the OI Share app, means Olympus Image Share app, that we've got for Android and iOS, and it's a tremendous app. I can not only get the photos from the camera very easily onto the phone, I can also control it remotely.
Nice.
I can completely control the camera remotely. Everything from every exposure parameter. I can even shoot art, small movie clips. I can incorporate the art filters that are on this camera into those photos, even after they're moved over to the smart device. And then once they're on my smart device, I can push them out anywhere. And as you know, nowadays with a 3G or a 4G connection, there's hardly anywhere on the planet where you're not going to be able to, to do that, to push it up into the cloud and share it.
Now, that's built into the actual body itself. I don't have to plug in any additional external devices in order to do all that remote controlling?
That's correct. The app actually is going to communicate with the camera and allow you to do that. Our app is now up to version 2.4, and we've had the app out for a couple of years now, and we're continuing to update it, with additional functionality. For instance, I can apply art filters and do all types of customization to the photo, post out of the camera on my tablet or my smartphone, even add signatures, some like art frames, things like that. And that's the kind of thing you're going to want to do before you push it up to Facebook or Instagram or so on and so forth.
And you don't have to use another application. It's all there. You can make it look fabulous.
It's right there on your smartphone.
You can check it and then you send it out, because if you're going to take some pictures, you want them to look great before you send them to all your friends.
And we're going to continue to update that app and to come out with more apps that really allow people to really grow and enjoy photography to its fullest, but also to be social and to share at the same time.
That's great.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you for the updates. Sounds like awesome stuff. Where shall people go to look for these new toys?
Please come and visit us. Visit our site at getolympus.com.
Getolympus.com.
As well.
Check all the standards as well, Adorama, B&H, all those guys for
Absolutely. They're all our key partners.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Richard. We appreciate you coming by. You guys, thanks for sticking in and hanging in here with us at CES. We're going to be back. We've got more cool coverage coming up, so just stay tuned. We'll be right back.